Alrighty, what's good, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's doing good. So, I'm gonna make a video about hair products, totally completely different. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it on my main channel, second channel, third channel. I might do it on my main channel. I really don't care. But, anyways, there's several products. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are telling you, oh, try this, try that, because maybe they're getting paid or maybe it worked for them. So, what worked for that person might not work for you. So, you gotta test a little bit of stuff, what works for you what doesn't, and that's unfortunate thing. Back in the start of the pandemic, a lot of people were saying about superfoods, taking this, taking that. I got a bad reaction, and it's just like one of those things, man. You can't be gullible and just can't listen to anybody on YouTube. I'm just saying some of the products, what works for me. I'm not convincing anybody to buy them. I'm just telling you how it is, and um, because I guess that's the best advice to see what works for that person, what type of hair, and seeing his type of opinion on a specific product, as opposed to like influencing you like, oh, this is better because so and so and so and so. Dude, there's so many like 80, 90% of YouTube content about products or anything. Like they're always doing that either because they're trying to persuade of their personal taste or because they're getting paid by the specific company um, which they want to freaking sell it. But let's start with the first product called Suave. So this is a hairspray, maximum hold of 8. I don't use hairspray anymore, but this is actually a really good hairspray, Suave. One of the hairsprays that I would use, that I wouldn't recommend, as for me that is, because it gave me a lot of scalp issues and I got dandruff. I don't know if it was dandruff from that, but it only happened with this product, not with the Suave. It's the Extreme Hold Tree Sim. It's small. There's bigger bottles of this. Now the thing about hairspray, as far as for me, I have been a gel guy for 30 plus years. I've been using gel since I was small. My mom would put me gel. Um, I would not use other products. There's been other products that are coming out on the market like clay, which I have not tried yet. Supposedly clay is actually like really, really hard and gives you that like it's supposedly healthy for the hair, but like I said, going back to what people are saying, like what works for that doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. So I'm gonna avoid clay because it's kind of like I'm gonna stick with what I like and what has been working. And this gel has actually been working in phenomenal. I'm actually gonna give this away to my dad, and I think the hairspray I'm gonna give it to my mom, and I think my other hairspray I'm gonna give it to my brother. The other Suave product, which is really good, like for gels, gel and hairsprays are a good combination. I don't know if other people notice that. Another good combination is mousse and hairspray. Gel is mostly for slick back for men, mostly for medium to long hair. You can actually pull off short hair if you want to go for something like spiky, but it wouldn't look too good because gel makes your scalp more visible. And that's one of the things that I've been hearing that certain products like clay makes the scalp less visible, and I don't know which other product, maybe the forming cream or something, something with cream. I forgot. So like, there's specific things like pomade is like similar to gel that it shows some of the scalp as well. But I think the gel is probably like the worst when it comes to like really showing the scalp. Like the pomade has that issue, but it's not as bad as the gel product. So mousse is mostly for people who have like wavy hair, long hair. I would use it back in my high school days when I had like sides, and I would like actually use it because I wanted something that could hold, but wouldn't be like necessarily that hard. And I think forming, no, not forming cream. Is it forming cream? Something with cream. It's like really good with medium hair, and I always had like medium hair, like that hippie 1970s hair. Like I'm always drawn to that hair, but now I'm drawn to this pompadour. 1950s style, but it's hard for me because I have a hair like similar to like Asians. I have really straight hair. My hair is probably not as thick as most of the Asian hair. I wouldn't say it's thin, but it's like in between. It's between thick and thin. It's like average. So having a pompadour has always been a big turnoff for me because it's very time consuming and I never found out how to actually do it until like recently. And the only thing that can really do it is pomade. And pomade water based doesn't do it as good. But there's a combination that I found out that works well for water based pomades. For the oil based are the best, but I mean, I don't have anything to decrease, so I try to use oil product pomades at least like once a week or twice at most. So I don't have buildup, and when you have buildup, a lot of people say it's a good thing because you don't have to waste a lot of product to brush it, which I think it's bullshit because it's a bitch, and whenever you're showering, you do lose more hair. So you gotta keep take a note of that. And one of the things that I didn't like oil-based pomades back then when I started back in 2016 because I was like maybe that's the only way that you can have a good pompadour. And to an extent, it is like one of the only like ways to get a really good pump is that you gotta apply water, man, damp hair, and not just with oil based. You gotta just stick it on the safe side and do it with any products. That's the reason why I really like mousse because mousse in a way kind of like wetted your hair with this product in itself, and then I would apply stuff like hairspray because putting hairspray by itself with dry hair is similar to the pomade in that sense that it gets very crunchy and tacky, and then your hair starts to fall off whenever you start combing. So hairspray by itself can work. There's hairsprays with non-aerosol, which with liquid. I know Sadie's Beauty Supply has some, and there's other ones. I do want to buy the Suavecito Grooming spray, but I have not seen it in stores. I'm gonna wait till probably when summer ends because I'm full of products, man. And speaking of products that people have been like talking really good on YouTube, I have not seen one person. I did see some people having trouble on Reddit, and some of the main reasons I'm gonna mention here, he mentions on a Reddit post, and that is the product is called Rizzo Grease Grease. Wait, what? X Grease Heavy Hold. Sorry, it's because I don't have my glasses with me. So this one smells amazing. Like everybody was talking about the smell, and it does smell like that bubble gum. It does smell amazing. But something about that product that it feels there's two problems. Like the oil based on the hair, I'm not gonna bitch about that because you're putting in product, so of course it's gonna take a while to actually take out. The beginning, it is harder. Like back in 2016, I remember I had it, and it was one of the things that I really hated the most. But if you put water, if you damp your hair, that means wet, I guess. If you damp your hair, that's what I would do. I do spray water and then get a little small spray and spray it around. Uh, Oil-based products are not as bad, especially to take out. There's products out there that are good for taking out oil-based stuff that has alcohol in it. I'm not gonna get near those. Those are like big no-nos for me. And yeah, so I'm probably gonna see if I can actually trade this with somebody, maybe in the barber shop. Maybe if I can actually influence the guy that I only use it one time, if we can actually trade it for something. I don't care if he trades me something way cheaper. I know the product goes for like 20 bucks, and I did mention it was like really hard, the hardest to scoop. Like I used something which a lot of people talk trash, like the Murray's Extreme Hole, which I'm gonna talk about in a bit. That one that's not as hard to take out, but like with the hands, it feels like this very sticky, and I can't take it off. Like it's a big, big turn off. I don't know if it's like that specific beeswax that they use on it, and I'm not a big, big fan. And this is another one that I kind of don't like. The Murray's Edge Wax Extreme Hold. This one is very, very sticky as well, and it's something that I might probably ended up trading as well, which is I don't know, man. I only used it one time. And I'm like, fucking hell, man. And that's the thing. You got when you're using hair products, you're probably gonna lose money because you want to see what works, what doesn't work for you, and it's natural to see because there's people that recommend, oh, try this with this combination. It's like, what kind of hair do they have? I already mentioned I have straight hair, so I'm gonna tell you what works for me because most Asian people who have who do hairstyles, they're gonna probably listen to me because I have similar hair to them. They have straight hair, I have straight hair, so most of the time, whenever I'm gonna use a product, it's gonna work well for them because it works well for me. Now this one, Cremo, the forming cream isn't all right. Now Cremo, I compare it a lot to Suavecito, but I feel like Suavecito is probably like a little bit better. Cremo, like all their products, I've been using their body wash, and then I bought a shampoo not too long ago, and I wanted to buy more of their products. I ended up making a subscription to their website, but you know what? The forming cream, man, like it's an okay. Like all the products for Cremo, I think they're like average to below average. I'm not a big, big, big fan of them. The price isn't cheap either, but it's like when it comes to other prices, they usually are like around above average. Like on a scale 1 to 10, they're like they go be like a 6, 10 being like really expensive products. And I'm gonna mention some heavy expensive products that are probably not as good as for the products. And I'm gonna mention a bit. I mean, they're okay, but they're just way too expensive, man. And I forgot to mention this gel. I don't know if they have this in the United States. I know they use this a lot in Mexico. It's called Moco de Gorilla, and yeah, it's basically there's different ones. I got the version that says Galan, and I actually like this one a lot. But since I'm not using um, gel anymore, it's probably gonna stay there for a while. Maybe if I'm just gonna go for a slick back and just comb my hair. So a good combination for slick back if I want to use gel. Like first I want to use that. But the thing about gel is that if you don't want to mix it with other stuff, like not even with hairspray, like maybe the swab is probably good, but not overdoing like very little, is that it's gonna get flaky and you're gonna have buildup of dandruff. And it looks nasty after a while, man. Like you can't comb it. That's the thing about slick back when you're using gel is that you can't comb it because if you comb it, you're gonna have like some after build product from it coming off, and it makes a mess. Like it's nasty, dude. So I've been there. I've seen other people have the similar issues back then as well, and yeah. Now for this one, my dad used to use this. I don't know how many ounces. I don't have my glasses with me, so I can't tell you. This is one's called the Three Flowers Brillantina or Tres Flores. This one, I only use it when it comes to the side. So what um, I do like the water-based or oil-based product, right? So I put it on top and then I put some on the side, but I'm mostly focused on the top whenever I start combing. So this one, what I like to do is I like to rub it and then put on the sides and back. So it will look like that shiny, and not everybody likes the shiny look. Like my dad hates the shiny, and even though he will use this product a lot, which is like it gives a lot of shine. Like I would probably compare this to like Vaseline. I think people would use Vaseline to put it on their hair. Like it works phenomenal. I never tried it, and I'm like never gonna try it. And then Vaseline started using their own hair product, which came out on the market but I have never seen it. But regular Vaseline people will use it on their hair back then, but I wouldn't use it. So that one is perfect for like the sides. Another one that's perfect for the sides, but it's a little bit sticky, is the Royal Crown hair dressing. I have not seen the pomade Royal Crown. I might probably give that one a try in September. This one is probably like the king when it comes to slick back. So I don't know which one is like gives more of a shine look. Since I think this is more sticky, I probably like the Three Flowers to be honest. When it comes to the when it comes to having that slick back amazing look like that 1970s Godfathers, that slick back Italian, you know what I mean. So that one's really good. Those two right there. So if you want slick back, these two are perfect. Now, I don't necessarily like slick back because I'm using a pompadour. So what I do, I would rub these on the side, and then like I said, I will put them on the side, and then if I can, after my pump's a little bit hard, I would put some on the pump so they can like look a little bit shiny. That's only like after you're done with hairstyling, and a lot of people don't like this one. I actually like it. At first, I didn't like it back in 2016, but I started liking it again. In the Murray Superior extreme hair, it's like the original. Now, for the price, you cannot actually um wine on this. I think I stopped mentioning the ounces on all the products, so my apologies. There's different sizes, so like the ounces and sizes, it doesn't really matter, but and I forgot to mention the price range. Now this one's actually pretty cheap, man. Goes for $2. I know some places like California is probably like $4, which is more expensive. Over here where I live, it's $2. This one is like similar to the Razzle Extreme Hold, the pink one that I showed, but this one's not as hard. And then it feels like the stickiness just as well as the Extreme, but not as bad. Like all the problems that I'm mentioning have it on the pink one. This one doesn't have it because I can scoop. It's kind of hard, but I can scoop kind of well on that one. So it's not a big issue for me. And then because I'm always going for the like harder holes. I'm not going for the original ones because I have straight hair. And whenever you have straight hair, like if you have wavy hair, like you don't need a strong hair product for a pompadour. Like you can actually have something original, like something that's not as hard. It's the Johnny B, which I'm actually kind of disappointed with this product. It looks like that because it fell on me, man. I don't know how the hell it fell. Probably a freaking ghost. Um, I have to be careful on this. Yeah, so this product, dude, fell on me, and the smell. It's either love or hate. At first, I was like loving it, and then I started like disliking it because it can get old pretty fast. But then I don't know, like I started liking it. So it's like the three flowers. Three flowers. I was having mixed feelings. I was hating it because whenever you whiff it, I'm like, damn, it smells like old lady. At least to me, that it smelled like old lady. But then after you applied it, I started feeling like a different floral scent. And I'm a big fan of floral, um, citrusy scents, floral, citrusy, fresh scents. Those are like my favorite type of scents. And speaking of floral, citrusy, I'm gonna mention to you Fiber, which is the next product. I forgot about. Wait, did I say about the Johnny B? Yeah, I got the extra hold, not the original one. And this one's oil based, by the way. I think it uses white petroleum, so um, it's not as hard to take out as the other ones. But yeah, it can be a pain if you start using it like often. You can definitely start seeing the buildup. Like I mentioned to you, the American Crew, this is the company that overprices their product. I think it goes for like $20. Razzle's another one that's expensive, but it comes from Europe. So what do you expect, man? Everything from Europe is very expensive. So Fiverr, I have not seen anybody on YouTube mention this. Now, this is for me. I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want like, well, this guy said this and it's not working for me. Now, at least for me, clays are like number 10 on heavy hold. Like this is a number 8. They don't give you that hold. I know I used gel and there was a blue one I forgot which was a number 10 that gave you the hair like really rock solid, and then they discontinue it. Hopefully they didn't have harsh chemicals that would have give you cancer or something. Because this fucking companies, man, they have been taking on a lot of products this past several years. They've been finding stuff that can be hard to you. This one can be a little bit hard to take out from your hands, but after a while, like if you apply it, like what I like to do is that I put pomade, right? Like I only do this with water-based or very weak oil-based. And one of the very weak oil-based pomades that I really was kind of like not too intrigued was the Johnny B. Like if it has a very weak hold, so whenever I have a pump like a pump starts slowly going like on the side like after an hour. So whenever I apply fiber, it tends to hold it more because I think the fibers are like a 7 or 8 hold, which actually gives you a little bit more rock solid hair. So I apply the petroleum, um, the pomade that has petroleum or water-based. You can use both. The water-based are probably even better because a lot of the water-based pomades they have a hard time keeping you of like a long pump. Like whenever you want to lift your hair, like it tends to move more towards the side after a while. So you apply some pomade first, and then you apply it, and then you get the fiber, and then you rub it, and then you put it on, and then you start combing your hair. You're gonna see a big difference. So you're welcome if you wanna. That's probably like the best combination. I have not seen anybody mention. I mentioned something like that Murray's with the hairdressing, which is not bad. Somebody mentioned it. I think there was one guy, and then he also mentioned something on the Murray's itch wax with the Murray's pomade, which that one's. I mean, no, he mentioned this one right here, which I'm gonna mention next. The Suavecito Firm Hold. There's the original. This one it has a very strong scent, and he mentioned with the itch wax. Nah, I have to yet try that mix. I have not tried it, but this one, dude, it's either love or hate. I seen so many people hate on it on the forums. I'm actually a big fan of it, dude. It's like that Rousel. It's like a huge. There's a cult following for that, especially the pink one. I don't know, dude. I personally don't fucking like it. I don't. I was gonna buy more shit from them in the future. Now I don't feel like buying anything from them because like it's a big turnoff, man. With that. So with the suavecito, the smell smells like that very strong musky barber. It has like a manly scent to it. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people hate it. So it's like either you like it or you hate it. It's not like in between. Like it's okay. Like this is like an okay product. It's not good nor bad, in my opinion. But this one, I really like it a lot. So I'm gonna end up buying more. That's probably gonna be like the first hair product where I'm gonna go to the website and I'm gonna buy from them because I was gonna buy stuff from Cremo, but I was having mixed feelings, and I was gonna buy stuff from Brazil. I was having mixed feelings, and then now Suavecito. I'm like, you know what? I think Suavecito is indeed the company that I'm actually gonna enjoy, and I might probably end up making future videos. Hopefully, uh, they can tag me if I mention some of them. Some of that's what I'm probably gonna put on my main channel. Some of their videos because there hasn't been many people mentioning their hair products on YouTube, which is kind of weird because I was expecting more. But you know what? There isn't that many YouTube videos on the Suavecito products. And then Old Spice pomade has beeswax. This one I kind of regret getting it. It's not bad. It's like the Cremo, but it feels more like a gel more than a pomade. And I just got it because it freaking smells really nice, man. I feel like I get high just by smelling this shit. And It doesn't have that much ounces. It's like $7. You might think, well, it's not that expensive, but for the ounces, you can get something that's 4 ounces and get $14, which all in all is like, if you think about it, if it's, I think it's 2 ounces. Like, is it cheap or is it expensive? Because it's way smaller and then it costs, if you have something double, well, it's gonna be $14. So it's like one thing or another for the other products. And I think Suavecito has very good prices. So it's not a very expensive and it's not a very cheap pomade. I think the older products are tend to go more the cheaper, like the Three Flowers, the Murray's, the Royal Crown. Those go more on the cheaper side, and they're actually really good, man. A lot of these newer products, they're overpricing stuff. Like the American Crew is not even that good. Like a good alternative for American Crew, I might end up just buying them in the future because if I don't find any good fiber, like for the price, I'm just gonna stick to Fix Your Lid. I saw their pomade and I got scared. I didn't like their color, man. It looked really nasty, the color. Like usually a lot of the pomades, they look like yellowish, a little bit brown, but their pomade or the one that I at least saw in the store looked like, oh man, dude, it looked awful. Something I can't describe. So Fix Your Lid, Extreme Hold. This is just like an American Crew, and it's actually true. Somebody mentioned it in some freaking forum. I think it was on a Reddit post or on a YouTube comment. Like the American Crew is a little bit better than this. I'm not gonna lie. Like the smell, they're very similar. It smells like yellow, like lemony. I don't like that lemony scent on this. It reminds me of some type of wax scent that I used to use when I used to work at the school with the waxing on the floor. I don't know. I just don't like the smell. I'm gonna try and see if I can find more fibers if I can replace this one. So this one's like an so and so. I'm not too happy, but it does the job. So and the last product that I'm gonna mention, and it pisses me off that a lot of people think it's only like for African Americans or black people. The sporting waves. It's mostly for the short hair, for so people can brush it. This one product, I'm not gonna buy this one again. Like a lot of these products, I'm not gonna buy again. Like the Old Spice, I'm not gonna buy again. The Suavecito, I'm gonna buy for sure. The Johnny B, I'm not gonna buy again. More than half of these products, I'm not gonna buy again. For this one, for sure, I'm not gonna buy again. So for this one, gives like that shine of that Three Flowers and has like like a good hold. Like I feel like this product is phenomenally well. The only downside to this one is that whenever you shower, it's the only one that look really greasy. Like the it feel like I can easily have a very strong buildup with this one. So I probably have to be careful with this one because it looked like really greasy. And I would expect that from with the Murray's pomade, but I didn't have problems with that one. But with this one, it was like the only product. So this one, no. This one, no, I'm not gonna buy again. Like I said, I'm just experimenting. No, the Johnny B. No, any Johnny B products. I feel like I do like their smell though, so that's a maybe in the future. All the gels that I mentioned, no. All Cremo hair products. I might try their fiber if I see it, but aside from that, this one, forming cream, no. The Itch Wax Murray's, just for testing it, heck no either. Razzle, no, I'm not gonna buy again. The products that I will keep using in the future, and then the gels and hairspray. Um, I wouldn't recommend using hairspray with pomades because you can actually really like I'm not gonna say damage your hair, but you're gonna have hair falling off if you start combing because it gets hard. I wouldn't recommend it. So with pomades, the only thing that I would recommend, and that's because of me. I'm going based on my hair. Like you don't have to listen to me. That's one of the things that I hate about YouTube is like people are influencing based on my experience because I don't want to affect your free will of saying, "Oh, Lenny said this. I'm gonna try this." No, no, no. Putting you on open eyes. Like this is my experience. Is that pomades just sticking with only pomades. And the only thing that would be good, it would probably be like a petroleum-based product that's not like necessarily a pomade, like Vaseline, something similar to that, that just to give that shine, or the fiber. Um, yeah, for the gel products, I would stay away from mixing gel with pomades, hairspray with pomades. It would totally mess you up. I think I would do it back then, back in 2016, 17. That was one of the mistakes that I was doing, and it did fell off. And then some of those sites, dude, like my site was here. I think that was partly part of the reasons why I wasn't using the hair products right. But I think some barber when they cut my hair, dude, he used a knife, and he told me because they used this opening to make this thing. I forgot what it's called. He used a knife, and then after that, after he used the knife, there was no more hair coming off after that. So I'm like, whenever I would cut my hair, I would not use my knife. I would not use knife. The hair dressing, this one's a maybe. I need to see how good their pomade is, because if I would compare this with the hair dressing, but of course I would use this one because I feel like it's less greasy. The Murray's I would try it, but like I will use it responsibly because it's one of those hair products. If you don't use it responsibly, it can really mess up your hair big time, man. This is like a drug, man. I'm gonna end up buying more of their products. I was gonna actually buy them yesterday. But I'm like, dude, I have so much products, I can't even fit them anymore. That's one of the reasons why my Johnny B broke, because I have so much in my stack and I don't have space. It fell, and because they're on top of each other, one of them, and it's like, man, I need to get rid of some of the products. I'm gonna get rid of my mousse, my gels, and my hairsprays because I'm not using them. And like I tell you, those are only products that I would try again. Let's see if there's any product that I was gonna mention that I was skeptical to try. Oh yeah, they're oil based. Probably, hopefully, it's not as bad, but I'm gonna definitely try their oil based in the future whenever I buy from them because I never see their oil based on the stores. It usually is just the water based that I see. Aside from that, hopefully this video was informative, and yeah, stay tuned for if I might probably make more hair video content in the future. I know everybody's thinking of Lenny's makes only videos about games. You know what? I literally quit about just making games in my main channel. Like at this point, I'm just making randomly shit, dude. Sure, I was thinking of putting this on my third channel, but it's like politics. I'm like, it doesn't fit in my second channel. It doesn't fit in my third channel. So you know what? I'm gonna put it on my main channel because it might come in handy in the future. So I'm gonna cut this video. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Peace out.